When was the last time you had an odd dream? By the end of this video, you're going to understand why these odd dreams happen and what value they hold in your life. See, the majority of people don't have any interest in dreams, or they just kind of write them off as uncontrollable processes of the unconscious mind. But this could not be further from the truth. This is extremely damaging to your growth. See, you spend 30 to 50% of your life in these dreamlike states, so to assume that it has no value in relation to your life is completely nonsensical, especially since your unconscious mind is still completely active during these states. See, the unconscious mind has many components. Its mystical and metaphysical beginnings, the social repercussions of your unconscious mind, and even how to integrate the analyzations you make about your dreams. All of these I'm going to be going over in this video, and I'm going to approach this topic with sincere care, and I'm going to try to make it as concise as possible. Keep in mind I'm not an expert, but I promise you there is value in this video. So dreams are a series of thoughts, images, and movies that play. It's like a series of them that play in your mind as you sleep. They are ruled by the unconscious mind. And to keep an explanation on the unconscious mind short, it's a portion of your mind that is detached from your ego and identity that holds the deepest level of information about who you are as a person. When you look at the metaphysical and mystic beginnings of your unconscious mind, you start to develop a very fragile framework for how to view your dreams. No one has the information or the knowledge to make an objective statement about where consciousness comes from, but we do know three things. We are thinking, we are aware, and we are perceiving the world. Your unconscious mind does this as well, except it doesn't communicate to you through thoughts and feelings and emotions. It communicates to you through dreams and symbolic interpretation. This is why when you start analyzing a dream, you must always ask yourself one question. What conscious attitude does this dream compensate for? Your unconscious and conscious mind are always working in balance, trying to achieve harmony, right? So if your conscious mind is missing something, your unconscious mind will make up for it with something else, and vice versa. For example, if your conscious mind believes that you lack control over your life, your unconscious mind will then in turn start pushing your consciousness to have control over every situation. That's when you meet people who are very controlling. That is because it wants to fill a void. This is where compensation comes into play. And your unconscious mind might speak this to you in the form of a dream where you're driving a car, or you're in a car with no steering wheel, or you're riding a roller coaster that won't stop and you can't get off of it. If you have had either of these dreams, you can start by asking the question that I outlined earlier. What conscious attitude do these dreams compensate for? You can then decide, it compensates for the fact that I don't have control. No control over steering the car, no control over getting off the roller coaster. This is your unconscious mind trying to communicate to you that your life is not in alignment through dreams. Make sense? This is a very, very basic example, but bringing this idea into your mind is how you start the integration process and how you start to understand your dreams. Now, let's outline the integration process. What is the integration process? The integration process is to look at this new analyzation that you have made and to look at your life analytically and then to decide what portions of your life does this analyzation play a part in. In this example, the analyzation we made is that the dreamer has a lack of control over their life. Now, the lack of control could be financial, emotional, social, metaphysical, religious. There's many ways that it can apply, and that's up to the dreamer looking at their life logically. If it's financial, the nuance could be that in the dream, you're in the car, your boss is behind the wheel, and you can't get them to stop driving. This shows that you don't have any control over your work life. Maybe you believe your boss controls you. If it's emotional, you may be on the roller coaster I outlined earlier, yet you can't stop crying or laughing, meaning that you have no control over your emotions. If it's religious, you could be watching God or your God within your religion walk away from you, and you're telling them, stop, come back, and they won't come back. This shows that you feel like you have no control over your religious beliefs, opinions, or emotions. Once you find the pain point of the dream and figure out what it's tied to, now you can start working to alleviate the problem. I personally would recommend starting this process when you have 5 to 10 dreams written down in a journal, because very rarely does one single dream tell a full story. And we're not just trying to fix one part of your psyche, we're trying to transform who you are as a person, right? But I cannot stress this enough. Your unconscious mind does not show you dreams for no reason. If your unconscious mind actually showed you dreams for no reason, we could not even consider ourselves intelligent. Because how could we spend 30 to 50% of our life in a state ruled by the unconscious mind, and it means absolutely nothing and has absolutely no effect on our life? That is, it just simply makes no sense. If you believe your conscious mind is logical, can think, and is aware, then why would you assume that your unconscious mind is not these things as well? Once you realize this and you start the integration process, you must also understand that this takes time. It will not work immediately. Once you write down your dreams more often, you will start to memorize these dreams more often. You will memorize more about the dreams, right? Once you work on integrating them more often, what are you going to get better at? Integrating them. I'm just going to keep talking over this guy. You'll become better at seeing symbols, and you'll become better at integrating your dreams into your life. Your brain is a muscle. So the more you do these things, the better you will get at them, and that applies to anything in life. It is also very important to note, analyzing your dreams and your dreams themselves will only give you the value that you believe they will have. If you believe your dreams hold no value, then, well, you're probably going to be seeing dreams that hold no value. But once you understand that your dreams do hold significant value, your unconscious mind starts to speak to you. Look, it's not like this is a language that is spoken naturally, okay? You have to train your unconscious mind to speak the language of symbols to you, and then you have to learn how to interpret it. The interpretations are different for every single human being on the planet, but there are general rules, like the ones that I outlined in this video, that you can follow to find how your brain works. It's like if you want to be a positive person, right? And then you don't think positively ever. It's like you're not training your brain to be positive. You're not going to be positive. So if you want to find value from analyzing your dreams, you have to train your brain, train the muscle of your brain that is symbolically interpretive. Once you continue to do this, you're going to see results that are unbelievable, results that you never thought were possible. So please stick to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making a ton of videos going forward on dream analyzation, philosophy, mysticism, religion. I just love studying, and I love teaching other people about the stuff I study, and I love learning from you guys as well. So if you have any ideas to add to this in the comments, or even if you have objections or you agree with me, let me know, because my whole goal with this channel is to just build a community of people that want to learn, find interest in these topics, and hopefully one day I can help a large amount of people because I'll be educated enough to do so. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope everything's going well, and give this a shot. Analyze your dreams. It is important. So I'll see ya. Peace.